Welcome to another edition of SVG Sports Tech on Demand. I'm Jason Dackman, Chief Editor at SVG, and we're joined by Gavin Douglas of Live CGI. He's their head of partnerships. Gavin, thanks so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure. Great to see you, Jason.
You guys have all kinds of fun stuff going on. If anybody isn't aware of Live CGI, they have some amazing visuals that they create, as well as the workflows behind those visuals are pretty amazing when it comes to virtual studios. So just briefly, what do you guys do and how do you factor into the industry?
So we have an interactive and addressable virtual TV studio, which is a long way of saying that we take a virtual studio and we put a host inside it, and we cut a hole or a window inside that studio, put interactive content into the window so that the viewer can touch it and then make it addressable for the viewer.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we think that interactivity and addressability for the viewer is the future of TV, sports, and games.
Yeah, I mean, I can anticipate why you think so, but tell me, from your guys' perspective, why the drive to make sports TV content a little bit more addressable, a little bit more interactive, more personalized?
So I'll counter with a fundamental question, which drives us, which is, why can't we touch these touch screens during TV shows, right? We've all got touch screens on our hands. We've had them for a decade or a decade and a half now. And while you're watching your favorite show, you can't touch the screen. There's nothing there, right? You have to wait till it finishes, or you go somewhere else to do things. So that's what we've been driving at, is the business, the world, the consumers, the viewers, the producers need a platform, a tech stack that allows the viewer to touch the screen during the show and have something happen and make the content that's within the studio and within the space and the content addressable to that individual.
Cool. Okay. So I'm a viewer, or I'm a sports fan, right? How exactly would Live CGI work? Tell me, how it works for the consumer focused person.
Sure. So the first thing is that you immerse your viewer in the virtual studio, and this studio built by Live CGI runs on the Unreal Engine, same as Fortnite. I don't know if you've played Fortnite recently, Jason.
Sure, sadly, I have, and
Okay.
it does seem like the Unreal Engine is taking over the world. So,
right. Yep. So you can imagine this is a TV studio that you can see here, but it could be a mountaintop. It could be an NFL stadium. It could be the inside of the MSG. It doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want with it because it's inside the Unreal Engine. You place a host in the middle, as we have on a green screen. She's actually in a studio about the size of this office, right? A cupboard. But she's in this mammoth studio. And that's where you think, okay, that's where it stops. But no, we want to drive forward and make it interactive and addressable. So firstly, you bring up an interactive window. In this case, it's a very large monitor inside the studio. Obviously, it could be larger or smaller depending on the type of show. If it's a panel show about English Premier League, it's probably a smaller window. But this window is interactive. So as I said before, this is the second step towards it, where you actually get the viewer to click on the shirts or on the cart and add the merchandise to that. Now, in normal circumstances, this would be, everybody gets the same shirts, right? Everybody gets whatever she's talking about.
Sure.
But we've gone a step further, and we're using a platform called QuinStream that we've created, and that allows us to recommend pieces of merchandise, unique tickets, recommended betting odds. So in this case, let's say QuinStream knows my habits, it knows my preferences, it knows who I like to support in terms of teams, it knows which way I lean if I'm a bettor, and it's picked for me Dallas Cowboys against Green Bay Packers, plus 2.5, minus 2.5. Now, this has never been seen before. I'll go back a step. This has never been seen before either, right? Digging a hole inside a studio monitor and allowing someone to physically touch it and buy something or bet hasn't been done before. But stage 3, definitely never been done before, right? The ability to have addressable advertising, addressable sponsorship, addressable ads, addressable tickets, personalized to you. I mean, what would be in that window for you, Jason?
Well, my local teams, and sadly, I'm a bit of a degenerate gambler. So yes, probably some hardcore lines in there.
Right. So you can see how that might work for you. That if you're getting recommendations inside a show that's just going on and on and on, you know, it's your favorite show. This would turn the way that viewers interact with the content.
Sure.
Because what we've discovered is the priorities that our clients and our customers have. There's probably 4 of them in different orders depending on who they are. Number 1 is engaging the viewer for longer. If you can engage that viewer for another 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes in whatever show you have, then your ratings are going to go up. So number 2 is ratings, obviously, and ratings is based on a lot of things. Number 3 is collecting data, right? And this is a data collection machine, what we're dealing with here. Sure. And number 4 is generating revenue. And there are a number of different ways that are brand new with this tech stack and this system to generate revenue, let alone addressable sponsorship, right?
Well, and the revenue is always huge. It's the bottom line, right? If you're not
generating
revenue, you're not going back on a product.
It is. I find when I asked that question about the 4 priorities, the CEO of whatever company I'm talking to said revenue, and the sales guy says sales, and the data person says data. But you know, overall, it's those 4. And what we've done is we've lined this up, stacked it up so that it does all 4.
Great. It's a really cool platform. It accomplishes, a lot, I think, of what the entire sports ecosystem is looking to do right now across those 4 pillars, like you said. But it also looks pretty damn cool, and it's got a nice Unreal Engine back end that allows some creativity and some flexibility. So, Gavin, a lot of cool stuff with you guys. Please make sure to stay in touch with us. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff coming down the line, as addressable content is a hot topic issue right now. But for now, please stay safe, and we hope to see you in person sometime soon.
Likewise, Jason. Thanks to you and the team. Thanks a lot.